That was an intro. Look at that thing spin. I love when that thing spins. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the GB Podcast. I am your homie, the femme fatale Edgar. And with us today is the dumb muscle Percival.
What's up?
Along with Percival, we have the trusty sidekick Slunk.
Woo!
And finally, we have the wise old man Dwayne.
Wise.
In case you forgot, this is the Getting Belligerent podcast where every week friends get together to argue about everything and everyone. Remember, if you want to talk to us about a specific topic or subject, send in your suggestions to gettingbelligerent@gmail.com, Instagram, or over Twitter. We are live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific right here on Twitch. We release the podcast every Wednesday morning on gettingbelligerent.com and wherever podcasts are available. Slide!
Yeah.
Put that beer down. Where the podcast available?
They are available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, and pretty much anywhere.
Legit. And we also post to YouTube, so you can view this whenever you want.
Yay! The replay.
Faces.
Yeah. Which can you give us like time marks when we have like one eye open and one eye closed and we're blinking and look stupid, and that's what you go to YouTube for.
When you go to
yeah.
and
really want to make fun of us.
And then you screenshot it and then you send it to Gus and then you go, hey, look at you with this dumb face. And I go,
Damn it.
I was talking. That's just my face, and I was talking. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to be that
That was a
famous.
sneeze.
I want to get those. Yeah. The sneeze.
So how do you guys
Oh,
feel
I
about
can't
your nicknames this week? About
Where did that come from? What the hell?
I asked you to pick a
Well,
number between 1 and 9, and that's what you picked.
Oh, that's what that was.
Lucky number 7.
Alright.
I agree with them completely. I think they're very accurate. Yeah.
So I wanted to be
Shut
the
up, sidekick.
I wanted to be the damsel in distress. That's what I started looking all these up. So, but I ended up being the femme fatale. I don't even know what a femme fatale is. Isn't that like just a badass lady?
Killer woman.
Killer woman.
Killer woman. I'm Kill Bill. I'm the
Who's
bride.
your favorite femme fatale?
You're the bride.
The bride.
Yeah, you're the bride.
Yeah, Uma Thurman. Ching, ching,
Uma
ching.
Thurman,
Yeah.
number one.
Hattori Hanzo. You must have a big ruts.
That's a pretty good one. What's another good femme fatale?
How about you guys?
Harking back to my childhood, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, does that count?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Kills vampires.
No, she counts. Absolutely, she counts.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what a femme fatale. I was going to look up the definition where I got it from. So this is from masterclass.com. The femme fatale,
okay.
a mysterious and seductive woman who uses her sex appeal to seduce and entrap her enemies. The femme fatale is a popular character trope in hard-boiled mysteries. Oh, is that Madison? Last night?
Yeah.
In Heavy Rain?
Yeah, she is definitely a femme fatale, and I'm still reeling over last night's activities. For those that haven't been watching with us, we stream on our watch along right now. We're streaming Heavy Rain, and it's my first playthrough. I know it's an old game, and there was a lot of death. We lost one of our characters last night.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Future Boy. And we there was a lot of killing, a lot of deaths, and sad dad is just going down that terrible route. And then
4 for 4 with deaths, right?
there was 4 deaths last night.
4 for 4. Unfortunately, one of the ones who
was our guy.
ours.
I gotta say, as an agent of chaos, and that being my first sit down, sit behind with you guys and give Edgar bad ideas.
I told
Yeah.
Nick, whatever you guys
They went really well.
whatever you guys are telling me, I try to do, and if I fuck up, that's on me.
So is it Dwayne's fault why Future Boy died?
No, that one.
I actually wasn't around for that part. I missed that part.
Yeah. So,
Because you weren't there, he died. That's why.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take blame. That's fine.
So real quick recap. We got trapped in a car. We were about to get crushed, and they have all these signs on there, trying to figure out which ones am I supposed to do to get out of the car. So the ones I saw, I only saw 3 or 4, but there was also a one that turned left and right the camera, and that one I kept on skipping. I kept on trying to take off the handcuffs and not look left and right. So that's when I just kept on trying over and over, and then that's when I died, and I got smushed.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
What a way to go! Getting fucking just smushed to get inside your car.
It was pretty horrific. I mean,
that scream, right?
Yeah, he screamed pretty loud. It was not.
That's a good time. I liked it.
And then the whole end with the femme fatale and Madison being sexy or trying to be sexy.
Oh,
sexy.
so sexy. Yes. Sexy Madison. Oh, Paco.
My name is Paco. I was like,
It's my people.
Yeah.
the land lover fucking guy could just be in a super creep in the club with his like
sleazy ass.
Oh, with his zebra stripes and his tiger stripe everywhere. Oh god,
Yeah.
It's like a fat Scarface.
He was a
He's
club
giant.
owner, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Did he own the property? Why were we talking to him again?
He owns some property where somebody lived where we got trapped in, or Ethan went and looked up something.
Chop the finger.
Did he own that apartment?
Yeah.
That's what she was talking about.
Yeah, he was renting that apartment.
He was renting that apartment from the guy from
creepy old guy.
Creepy old guy from guess who's
the doctor? Crazy doctor guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was oh my god,
that went well too. You should have had that
I thought we were gonna lose Madison. I really did. It was so scary. Oh my god.
Should have had the drink. He probably would have been real chill.
Yeah. Last night's playthrough was fucking intense. And I mean, I don't know how many people that are watching it played Heavy Rain. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I honestly, I look that out of all the things we do here on Twitch, that's like the number one right now. I gotta see what happens. Yeah, that's all I got going on.
and with that, I say we go right into our topics, and we start with Slunko. Topic number 1: halfway anywhere.
All right, so I kind of was browsing YouTube, and in the past I've looked up like a lot of stuff on hiking and trail walking, and I had this whole idea before you know what happened to take this summer and do some like hiking and traveling. I don't know, something. And one of the videos that popped up on my stream was this guy who did a 5-month trek on the I want to say it's called the Pacific Crest Trail. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. It's basically this guy who did a time lapse where he did like a second of each day for 5 months, so it's 3 minutes long, the whole video, and it's
5
the Pacific Crest Trail.
It's a 3-minute video.
Wow.
2,600 miles through California, Oregon, and Washington. And
so is it pretty much like Pacific Coast Highway, just bottom to top? Like, probably even further, right? Because like you're going through places it's not even hitting.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And I mean, this isn't like unusual in the sense that like nobody really does it. I think a lot of people kind of do hikes like that. There's like that's like people's lives. Like, obviously, it's like you're carrying 5 months of food on your back, like you make stops and resupply. There's it's a trail for a reason.
Fucking going to Mordor and shit with that fucking hike.
Yeah, but could you ever imagine yourself like doing something like that, like doing something where you maybe not hiking but dedicating like months to something?
Road trip?
Yeah, like a road trip or something like
Hell
that.
no.
Well, I can't afford it, so.
Not
Is it
because I
because
don't
you
want to
can't-
travel. Not because I don't want to travel. I would love to visit new places, but I'm paranoid. I don't trust people. Seen too many stupid stories. Guy visiting from town.
Like
We've
this
seen
guy,
too many movies.
This is the guy that comes into town. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm new here. What's going on? And then they were murdered the next day. The local murderer found out. Oh, he's here. Someone's here. Got someone new. They don't know they're here. They're lost. Oh, come right this way, my friend.
Here, everything's on the house. Don't worry about
How
it.
often does that happen? I mean,
all the time.
I watch way too many movies, Slunk. I watch
All
way
the
too many
time,
movies.
like.
That's not a thing.
The closest thing for me, like I would love to do, like I like road trips, be a road trip, but a 5-month road trip is no, it's too much. But I would do like a week road trip. That'd be fun.
A week?
Get in the van and just go because
this guy did 5 months.
5 months
hiking, and you're like, I'm willing to drive a little bit.
I'll drive for a week.
As long as we stop. I don't want to do any of this. You're trying to compare yourself. I can start to do that.
All I'm saying is that would be the most I would do. All right.
All right. Money's not an object. You won the lottery. How? What would you rather do? Fly, drive, or walk? Hike.
That same trail.
Well, any trip. Pick a trip. Are you gonna be the type of person that flies, goes into your hotel, goes to the resort, flies back home? Are you gonna want to take a long road trip, or are you gonna find a hike where you go into the wilderness for like
no wilderness,
a couple of weeks?
But I would do the drive and I would do the flying, but I would not do the wilderness.
I'm flying there.
Eaten by a fucking bear.
I'm flying there. I'm going right to the hotel. I stay in the hotel room. I look at the lobby. I go back to the hotel room and back to the airport.
No pool? You didn't do the pool?
That's outside. Fuck that.
Okay, would you at least go out the balcony a little bit? Be like, all right, ooh, that looks nice. Right,
I'd open the curtains, like, what?
That's too bright.
I'll not to put my camera to post a picture for Instagram, and then all right, we're good. Like fucking sun almost got me.
The sun almost.
You wear gloves when you do that.
Shit was close, man. I can't have that.
Dwayne, what would you do?
I'd probably fly, do the whole resort thing, and then fly back.
It's interesting.
But I engage in things while I'm there.
You know what I would do?
Pool.
Sure.
Thinking about this a little bit, I would do a train ride. I'll do LA to New York train ride. As long as it's as long as it's not like all right, we're stopping in Nevada, we're stopping in Utah, we're stopping in Arkansas, we're stopping
through.
Yeah, I'll do it 2-3 months, but I don't want to be just stopping every single place. It could be a slow fucking train. I want one of those old West trains.
With smoke. That's a good one. The train's a good middle ground because you're ground level, you're taking your time, but you don't have to worry about driving. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Trains.
I've never taken a train, but it sounds like fun.
No, you've never taken a train?
The thing I have to use a Metrolink.
Nothing.
I think that's a train. The Metro.
Metrolink? Not the Metro.
Metrolink. I thought he said Metrolink.
Yeah.
No, that's
not a train. No.
That is not a train.
I've done the Metrolink, but that's about it. I've never done
What's it called? The surf liner, or what is it? There's a train that goes on the it goes to San Diego and back, right? And then goes to Santa Barbara.
I took that one. The one in San Diego. It's pretty good. It was very relaxing. I remember, I forgot what year it was, but I was listening to a Gucci Mane album the whole time. It was really good. And that song,
tell you the year.
That Lemonade song he made with the little kids singing. Something hot.
See, what year was that in?
So in the chat we have Colacha saying no wilderness, no spiders and holes. So very true. If you're going in the wilderness, that's where the spiders live. Mm-hmm.
True. Dwayne, 2009 was when that song released.
Damn. Yeah, so that's when I did it. I was going to visit a friend. I stayed up there the weekend.
Yeah, it sounds
nice. Nice scenic. I mean, there's a lot of graffiti for a little bit of it, but after
you mean the local art?
Yes.
It's called art, Dwayne.
Our local homegrown artists. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of that for a little bit, but it was nice.
And then Dark Knights in the chat said Amtrak. Is that what we're looking for? Is Amtrak a real train?
Sure, that's right, Bob.
Yes.
Are we guessing? Are we saying yes? Are we saying no? Or
I'm just gonna believe him. I trust him. I trust his judgment. I believe him wholeheartedly. I never question him ever. I never question that man.
I wouldn't.
The man's always right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to make my first like bar trip.
What is your ideal trail, Slunk? What is because you're the good one that brought this up. I feel like you would be the one of the people to want to do this. What would be like the trail you'd want to do if you had everything prepared and ready to go? 5-month trip. I'm gonna go and
Appalachian, like one of the Appalachian trails. Those look pretty gnarly.
Where's Appalachian?
And they're supposed to be pretty hard. It's like the East Coast Rockies, I guess.
That's good.
I thought the Rockies were in Colorado.
The East Coast version.
The East Coast.
Oh, version of the Rockies. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're like southeast.
I'm not the East Coast of it.
I mean, I want to do Machu Picchu. That's a goal. And I think it's like a 3 or 4 day hike, but it's only like 25 miles or something. It's not very far.
I have a question.
Music out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes do you wear, Slunk, when you do your trip in?
For those kind of trails, or like
when you're doing long distance, your trails, like long distance trails.
I mean, I carry like compact sneakers that I can squish for middle stuff, and then I have some like hiking low top shoes. They're kind of like boots. I wouldn't call them boots, but yeah.
A specific brand or anything?
They are Solomon GTX, I think that's what they're called. They are really good shoes. They're super waterproof. I went to Big Bear and I went into a creek and I put my feet in the water just to see, and my socks didn't get wet at all.
Wow,
that's good.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
pretty
wearing
cool.
Than wet socks.
Damn it, Edgar, you figured me out. Yeah, Solomon's. They're not trail runners, but yeah, they're really good boots to hike in.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Slunk.
So,
Right.
You're welcome.
You say something, Dave?
Huh?
All right.
You ordering them right now?
He's like on Amazon.
Googling them right this second.
All right.
So
I'm curious. I've been wanting some like nice.
I'll show you. I'll show you after the podcast.
It's funny. I didn't even think about taking 2 pairs of shoes where like, are you wear these here and then these here? I was just like, well, fuck it. We're just wearing these boots the whole way through.
That's what you have to do. Just one and done. We're go.
These are gonna last me.
They will. They're really good shoes. They're expensive though.
Any good shoes are expensive.
We're talking about going everywhere to one specific place. We're talking about Money in the Bank at WWE headquarters. Money in the Bank was this past Sunday, and since everything went down and there's no more fans available to attend live shows, they decided to hold Money in the Bank at the corporate headquarters. So the corporate headquarters is a thing that's been known for a while now, as in like they always bring it up like in montages and commercials and vignettes, like probably like since the 90s. I remember like the Stone Cold commercial that he's like walking through, or was it The Rock walking through like the whole headquarters, and like there's all wrestlers in the back that fucking throwing like office people everywhere. So it's a known
commercial.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a known thing in the universe. And one of the things fans were speculating about was like, all right, who's going to pop up? Who's going to show up? Who's going to Vince McMahon's office? Who's going to like do this? And that's one of my, once the like actual Money in the Bank match started, to explain Money in the Bank real quick.
Don't watch wrestling.
So
what is Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank is a contract. If you win this contract, then you are eligible, you get an opportunity to fight the current champion any time that you want to do it. So
it's like you're gonna cash it in.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yep.
So there's Money in the Bank. You can cash it in, and you get your opportunity to win a title. So the way they did it this year, they usually have like the women's do their own match, and then the men do their own match, and then it's separate things. But this year they did their own just crazy, wacky, like Scooby-Doo-esque of like people like going everywhere. So
through the building.
Yeah, they started WWE headquarters. They started in the lobby. They introduced everyone like it's like a real match, and they like all the guys are there, all the girls are there, and then they just start fighting. Like they start off. Like, all
the guys and the girls, everyone's just there.
Yeah, at the beginning they're in separate areas. The guys are in the gym. Where they it looks like the old school like 80s 90s gym where you saw like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan like fucking pumping iron back in the day, like with the red and blue like neon like everywhere. Okay. And they had the women start in the lobby, and all the women are there in the lobby, and they're all waiting for Asuka, and they pan up and it's Asuka like on like the second floor. And she's just like up there like dancing and shit. And out of nowhere she like just jumps onto them and gets in the elevator and takes off. And it's just moment after moment of just dumb shit happening the whole time. And I was like, this is great. Like we were all mostly like watching it together. And like I had to like stop it. Like I don't understand the craziness that's happening. I love it, but I don't understand it. Yeah. There's a moment where there's a wrestler called Otis, big dude. He picks up like some weights and he places them onto AJ Styles, who's laying on the ground, and AJ Styles is trapped under the weights. He can't.
And there's a point where food.
I'm sorry, it's so bad. I can't lift it. All right, I'm sorry.
Real quick, back to Otis. There's a moment where he's looking at the ladder and he wants to go up it and he steps on it, and because he's so big, the ladder just breaks so he can't climb it. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was very, and the camera just happened to be looking at that step.
Perfect. Like they zoomed in on his foot, stepped it, breaks, zooms in on him, like, oh no. And it zooms out again.
Of course.
So
Wait, there was a food fight at some point, right?
Yeah, they had a food fight because they ran into Paul Heyman at catering, and he was like trying to decide what he wanted to eat. He's like picking up like some rice, and like he picks up like a sandwich, and he's like, oh, he finally decides on this one thing he's about to eat, and everyone busts in, and like, oh, he's like, he gets hit with a sandwich from somewhere. And he just starts shaking and shit. He goes, ah! And he goes, 4 or 5! And then fucking just, everyone just starts throwing shit at each other.
What?
I think it's Nia Jax starts attacking someone. It's one of the guys. I forgot who it was, but they like the females and start attacking some of the guys. For some reason, they're yelling at each other when they're it's the girls versus the girls and the guys versus the guys. I don't understand why that happened, but still funny to me. Food fights, I think, are dumb, but this is great. I love this.
It was straight out of Animal House. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
Was this before or after Ray got just choked out and then squished?
Choked out is squished.
I don't remember.
Like Shayna Baszler got Ray in the choke.
There we go. That's another one.
Yeah, choked him out, but then I think Nia Jax and Otis just went.
Yeah, they smashed them.
Yeah. Poor Ray.
Well, they finally get up to the roof where there's a ring on the roof, and then there's ladders surrounding the ring, and the 2 briefcases are hanging.
Oh my God.
By the time they get to the roof and start having an actual like wrestling and like competition to get to the briefcase, I'm like, oh, this is boring. This is just regular wrestling now. Like,
but at some point, people were getting thrown off the roof.
Yeah,
that's what I saw.
Supposedly,
I saw Rey Mysterio get thrown off the roof. I'm like, what is this?
Poor Ray. Poor Ray had a bad night.
What's funny about that is that if you go, there's times when they're doing like aerial shots, like with a drone on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So like the roof is like huge, but like the area that they're taking up is like just like a fourth of like the roof. So it's the ring covered like with a bunch of like pine trees, and then just lights and everything else around.
Oh,
so when he threw them like over like a hedge or like these pine trees or whatever, it looks like he's throwing them off the roof, but it's really like all this like crazy room right there.
But what made it was like they added the sound effects like a splat. Like, it's not the sound that's gonna.
They had a guy.
He did have a sound
clap
effect.
his hands. He was like,
yeah.
What about the Vince McMahon office with AJ and
Yeah, so Daniel Bryan and AJ, they're all like fighting throughout the halls, and then they end up just busting through like one of these offices, and of course Cameraman's already there because Cameraman is always there.
Yeah, Cameraman.
And you seeing both of the guys like bust through like the door, and on the wall you see like a big ass dinosaur head, look like a T-Rex like skeleton head.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Like, who? There's only one guy who would have a T-Rex in his office. And then it pans over, and it's Vince McMahon, and he spins around in his chair like a goddamn Bond villain.
I've been expecting you.
Yeah. So Vince McMahon just goes like, "Get out!" or something like that in my Vince McMahon voice. And AJ and Daniel Brown are all scared, and like they start like fixing the chairs before they leave, and they get out, and they're like, oh, you were scared. No, yeah, but you're the one that told us to go put the chairs back. Yeah, I did, didn't I? And they start fighting again. It's so ridiculous. It's wrestling. Oh, so
sounds like fun.
One thing I was telling Slunk, or just pretty much everyone that was there, is that when we watch action movies and you see bad fighting, you're like, fuck, what are you guys doing? You guys can do way better than this. But since this is wrestling, trying to put on action movie type of like fight scene, where it's more forgivable because we're used to the just bouncing out of the way, you know.
Yeah.
And this time, like, this is great. This is perfect. I don't have any issues with this. But like, if you see like an old school like Jean-Claude Van Damme or something like that acting like this way, you're like,
80s action film type stuff.
Yeah, this isn't that great.
Yeah, no, it's very entertaining, very entertaining.
So
and
it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I had a blast.
It's a good time.
10 out of 10 would watch another Money in the Bank without the wrestling.
I will say what's interesting is, you know, I think we mentioned this last time when we talked about the WrestleMania, how it's something that as a tradition, you know, you guys do, and I've shown up like a couple of times, but you guys do mostly. You get together, you hang out, and you watch this on TV. Now we're doing this online. Don't tell anybody. That's actually legal. We're doing this online, and we're getting to watch these things together and have a good time. And I mean, yeah, of course, I'd rather do it in person, but this works too. I mean, in my opinion, I've had so much fun getting. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm back at the wrestling yet. I don't want to be a poser, but you know, I haven't watched wrestling since I was in like middle school, and I'm starting to get back into it because of these events and because, you know, I can join along at my convenience when everybody's in chat and talking and laughing and having a good time. And it's honestly really nice. It's actually very refreshing form of entertainment because we don't have sports. We don't have other distractions, you know, that can help us like forget about all the seriousness in life and just show something that's fun. We're not going to theaters, you know, things like that. So
this is theater.
This is theater. Yeah.
Look, it's not sports, but it's sports entertainment.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite like episodes of South Park, where it's like just all the rednecks and hillbillies of South Park are all getting together to watch wrestling. It's like, oh, it's the good derp. It's a storyline about like, people taking each other's job and like it's like no wrestling involved. It's all just like the drama and by the end, but promos. And by the end of it, like all the people watching are just like drinking wine and go, oh, it's so sad. Oh, he took his derp. Like it's
just... yeah. Yep. And I'm becoming a big Asuka fan.
Asuka
now.
Asuka.
She's really. And I don't know what she's saying because it's all in Japanese. But at first, I wished that I spoke Japanese so I could understand her. But now I'm like, it's absolutely not necessary.
No,
like she's just.
I want to read the translations just so I could be like, I hope she's just uttering nonsense.
You with the cheese hat, come over here, give me a salad.
Yeah. Today I had 3 Lunchables for breakfast and like while she's holding the championship.
Yeah.
I want some water and some pickles.
I swear I saw 15 ghosts once.
Yeah, she's so awesome, and I'm glad she got her own skin in Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we need to go back to Brawlhalla.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that soon.
So, from Slunk saying he hasn't watched since he was a little kid, to something else that we did when we were little kids. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 gets a remastered coming September 4th.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you not excited? Holy shit.
So, first of all, I love how everyone was like, this was my game. Because with me too, this was my game as well. Like
just hearing them, like, oh my god, fucking just all the memories flooded back. Fucking just playing it, pizza, soda, playing it all day. Oh my!
So the same thing as now.
I was never that great.
so like last Friday.
Now.
Last Friday.
Well, there was less alcohol back then.
I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty good at it.
I love
sure
that,
you were. We'll find out who of us 4 was the best one.
Oh, we will.
Streaming on Wednesday, Skate Pro Skater 1 and 2.
The challenge is already coming out to see who's the worst one. Nobody cares about who's the best. I just want to make sure I'm better than you.
Yeah, I just don't want to be last. Yeah. I just don't want to be last.
You don't have to run faster than the bear. You just have to run faster than the guy next to you.
Exactly.
So I am very excited for this.
So did you guys see the?
Up on it.
Did you guys see the trailer?
Yeah,
it did.
Trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the trailer, the music started. The like, oh my god, we're back.
That's the first thing everyone asked. The first thing everyone noticed.
The soundtrack.
Could have the same soundtrack exactly.
The soundtrack was so good.
Yep.
Yeah, and I read they're gonna keep the majority of the soundtrack. They had a few that they couldn't get.
Yeah, I was reading that they asked everyone, like everyone that was on it before, like we're asking to like, can we please put the music on here because we're doing it again. We're putting the band back together, guys.
Wait, is Goldfinger Superman on there?
It should be. That's
yes,
like
it is.
That's like
yes,
the song for Superman.
Yeah, that for me was like I hear that and I go back to that time because obviously the game, but my sister also had Goldfinger, like the tape, the album, the tape. We had tapes, and I stole it from her. And I think I still have it, but it's in the Walkman that I would listen to when I would go bike around. Yeah. Oh, so that album.
Your bike?
No.
That's Matt Hoffman. All right, that's not Tony Hawk.
I'm just saying.
I never learned how to skateboard, but I did some bike tricks for a while. We used to jump off ramps and stuff like fools.
Off the sidewalk.
I just had the
we could build ramps.
There was a better segue. Talking about Slunk being a poser. That was a better segue. I missed it. It was there.
Can we edit this? Can we edit
this?
Rewind.
Edit.
And talking about Slunk being a poser, shit, I ruined it. Tony Hawk is coming out with a remaster.
I remember that, guys. Gets excited.
So one thing I was reading about how this came to be, the people that are making it are the same ones that made the remaster for Crash and Crash Team Racing, and those games are fucking great. Like I played both of those, and it feels so good. So good. Just
good.
So I'm hoping they have that love and care for Tony Hawk as they did with those ones, because
they said they got a lot of guys from the original to work on.
Yeah,
and like that was the goal, is to give the fans of the original exactly what they want, just remastered. That was
one for one,
their focus the whole way through. Yeah,
what
as best as they could. I mean, of course they sprinkled. It looks beautiful. They had like map editor and all that shit, but Online play and everything.
One thing I thought you were gonna say was that they brought back a lot of the skateboarders because that's
all of them.
They brought them all back.
All back.
Nice.
Everybody.
Give me Chad Muska. Where's Ronnie Mullen?
Geoff Rowley.
Yeah, I always call him Geoff. I don't know if it's Jeff up to this day. But
I don't know either. I never looked into that.
One thing that kind of crossed my mind when I saw the announcement and I saw the trailer was that at that time when we were playing that was part of the culture. That was part of the zeitgeist. Was like skating, that kind of music, and that was part of it was representing a culture that existed in video game form.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that what is it? How many years has it been since those games came out? What are we looking at?
You were in middle school, high school, or
20 something years.
Yeah, like 21 years.
Dwayne's the old wise man by this point, so
and culture has changed. I don't think that sort of culture is that popular right now, right? Like punk, skating, like the thing that we grew up with, really, that kind of formed our attitudes, right?
Like it's always there, but it's not as popular as today. Just look at the popular songs of today. Like those aren't rock songs, pop, punk, and punk rock. All those aren't what's at the top right now. And at that time, that was like the Rancid and Blink-182 and all those punk pop groups that showed up on all these albums. Green Day was on there. Come on.
And I wonder if this game is going to be like a nostalgia trip for people our age, or if it's going to hit with younger people and like affect culture in a way, where it's going to maybe bring some of that back. I'd be really interested to see if this little just gesture ends up kind of making a big wave. It'd be kind of cool to see. I want it.
Awesome.
Obviously, I'm
the return to vintage remaster.
Is bad.
Bring it back.
Yeah, I want it back. Basically,
so think about this: is at that point, the Crash Bandicoot and Tony Hawk came out sort of at the same time, right?
Yeah,
around the same era. But so the remaster that came out, it was popular, but not enough to change anything. It came out and people were like, "Oh, that's awesome, cool, legit," and then it fluttered away. So I hope it's not the route that this takes. I want 1 and 2 to come out and explode and be fucking legit, and then they were like, "Fuck it, we're making 2 and 3. We're making American Wasteland. We're fucking Downhill Jam. You guys, we're making a Tony Hawk Project 8 with a terrible skateboard that no one bought the peripheral for."
Peripheral.
So you want to see a run on remakes, remasters, these vintage games that were great back then, brought back close to how they were back then, which is prettier.
Yeah,
you'd love to see that. I think I like that too.
And they're adding all the good mechanics from the post games. So 1 and 2 didn't have revert, where you push the button to when you're landing back and you spin around and continue your combo. The second one is, I think they had manuals, or the third one had manuals.
Part 2. No, I think it was 2.
2 or 3, one of them. And then there's revert. There's the slap the sticker or off the wall. They added that into these, and even though that was later on. So
they're all the good things to put them together.
Yeah. So hopefully it has the feel and of the first one, but with all the added things that I got. 2 and 3 were mine. Ones that I think feel good.
That is interesting because why don't more games that come out yearly do that? Let's take the best parts of everything and put it together into one game. Well, why doesn't that happen more often? 2K never does that. I just want to gripe real quick.
All right. Wise man Dwayne rant. Hold up, everybody.
Yeah.
Wise man. 2K always they'll have something great one year, and then next year they'll take it out. And then you'll see it 2 years later. Why are you so fucking whack? Anyway.
and it's not like it's a different company making it every year. It's not like
the same people.
It's not
the same people for making this game for 20 years.
Yeah, Call of Duty has 15 different developers making Call of Duty games.
It's branched out with all these different things. Call of Duty, I get it. It's branched out everywhere. There's all these different successes and failures. But 2K's been the same group of people doing the same shit. And basketball doesn't change. It's the same thing. It's the same sport. It's not hard. Why not just? It's so easy. It's right there. I don't get it. I don't get it. And their servers suck. Anyway. I had to get that out.
Oh my goodness!
All right, talking about something that sucks. Oh, go ahead. Before I segue,
I was saying, like, if there's a game that you guys would want to get remastered just like this, what would it be? Besides, we already got Tony Hawk.
NBA 2K8. I'm just kidding.
I want to see GoldenEye remastered.
Oh,
those controls are not. I don't think it'll.
And online, remastered.
With updated controls.
Yeah. I would like to fight in those maps 2v2 again. With
no odd job though. No odd job.
Yeah, that was cheating. It's too short.
Let's see. For me, it's already out. It's like I have fucking Super Mario World and Mario Maker out and about. Like it's the exact same game.
I'm a happy man.
Yeah,
I get remasters every day.
Yeah, people are making levels right now.
Shit, you gonna go play one right after this, right?
Like, I'm sorry guys, I gotta go play this new fucking course that some 7-year-old made in his spare time and I can't beat for 3 days.
For me would be No Mercy, WWF No Mercy.
Ooh.
That was one of my favorite wrestling games.
Yeah.
Talking about more games that don't get better is just those wrestling games, those 2K wrestling games.
Oh my
just keep going downhill. What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Segue going. I see Edgar struggling for the segue.
So talking about
there are better things to do.
Talking about things that suck. Stage 2 COVID.
No, that sucks less.
No, as in things that suck, but hopefully they can become better and remastered.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Stage 2. We kind of said that we weren't gonna bring up COVID stuff because we did like 3 or 4 podcasts in a row before it became a serious thing, like before it actually affected us. We were actually still hanging out.
We were talking about it so much back then.
Yeah, in person.
Yeah. Fools.
Yeah, and so we kind of like cut that talk off because we just didn't want to make it a weekly subject. It was getting kind of redundant. But I wanted to bring it up because we're on our way out of it and possibly heading. California, at least where we are, has began stage 2 or phase 2 of our process, I guess, to get back to normal. And basically, like, certain stores have become opened or certain businesses have become open for business. And how do you guys feel about it? Do you guys I know that there's rumors about like we're gonna go 3 more months, but
to July.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
You feeling good about it?
All those who want to go out there, go ahead. Be the guinea pigs. Well, I'll leave the house once you guys go through it and test everything. If you guys go in clean, then I'll go outside. Until then, nope.
Percy's not gonna try the water. I'm trying the water. I think I'm with Percy though.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna ease my way back into doing anything. Like they said, what 3? Some people think 3 months from now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like a month after that. I'll
like
go
June,
to the store.
middle of June.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I was just gonna say this gives me a little bit more confidence, as in I'll ask people if I want to go hang out with them, kind of deal. It's like, hey, Percy, you want to hang out this Friday? I haven't been outside, and I'll be no, that's right. I'll ask you, like, hey, you want to hang out because we have the ability to do that. Like I've been inside. I haven't been anywhere. I'll ask you, have you been inside? Have you done anything? So like at that point,
take my temperature and be like, here you go. Look, this is my temperature. I'm good.
Yeah, then I'll put that same one in my mouth, and then I'll check my temperature.
I mean, I've seen some of my friends with new haircuts since this week, so I know that they're getting out there and getting touched.
Getting touched.
And
getting touched. That's the way to put it.
And I think we'll be okay as long as people are reasonably responsible. I think too many people talk about it like it has to be all A or all B 100%. There's no like middle ground or mitigation. It's like go hang out, just kind of be like logical about it. It's not all like super strict and political. If you just hang out and wear masks, you'll probably be okay. Just I think what people were afraid of was us overwhelming the healthcare system. And now we've built up like something that can handle a crisis because we weren't ready for that when it happened.
Yeah.
And now it's like a few more of you can get sick. Obviously,
like we'll sacrifice you guys.
Yeah, I don't think
it'll probably be okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's good, and I'm excited because yeah, just kind of excited about it. I think what's cool. I think what I found interesting, and I actually had a topic for last week, but we didn't include it, so I'll just throw it in now. Was that there was a poll that was done that 54% of people that were polled who had to switch to work at home during this time want to stay at home.
Wow.
They're like, actually, I'd rather do this. Can we just keep doing this? Do you think that's going to change? Do you think that's going to be a thing that after we're in phase 3, phase 4, phase 69, like, are people going to still want to work at home?
I think there'll be a growth in it. Yeah.
It depends on the industry. Like with tech, it's gonna blow up even more because tech companies could actually even save money by not renting out a space for the offices.
Yeah.
Think about it. They could just host a server somewhere. People don't have to go in the office and they can work from home. So because renting out office is expensive, and most tech companies are in expensive areas.
Mm-hmm.
So they can save money that way.
So,
but other ones might not work the same.
So something I read earlier was the people at Twitter are now able to work from home permanently. So Twitter says
I saw that.
They're working from home permanently.
That's crazy. Like indefinitely, they can just work from home.
And it makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
They're a tech company. Everything is on the internet for them, and as long as they can do it from home, why not?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what that does to company culture, because I know a lot of companies have like they excuse me, they hire people like specifically to manage company culture, which kind of an interesting position. It's like the party planning committee on steroids, and but like big companies do that. Like I did a few events. For those that don't know that are watching the stream and are barely getting to know us, I'm a photographer full time. Well, I was, and I worked
not so much right now.
Yeah, and I worked a lot of events, and I got to work a few at Riot Games, who has an office in Culver City, Marina Del Rey, the new Silicon Beach, and so I got to go on their campus a few times, and I got to see like what it is to have company culture, to like build a big infrastructure, a campus essentially for people to come into and like feel like build a company culture. So that way, like you're working for the company that you like, instead of the project that needs to be done. So yeah, I was kind of interested to see. Most companies don't do that.
Like it's like with them, I bet it was like, look at this playground. Look at this, everything you need is here. You have free food. You have free drinks. You guys want to, you guys want to have a drink on Friday? We'll bring in a bartender and we'll serve up drinks. We'll have special riot drinks just for you guys so you can make sure that you're nice and toasty while you drive home. And like
it's a bait and switch though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's a bait
and switch. It's a bait and switch. They're like, we're gonna keep you happy so we can enslave you and you work hard hours. And
look! Oh, you don't want to work those extra 4 hours without pay, but look at all the stuff we did for you. We gave you a Thursday or a Drinky Friday.
Drinky Friday.
but you don't want to stay an extra 3 hours after to help us out.
What
kind of? We're a family here.
What do you have to do on the weekend? What's?
Yeah.
Like, aren't we your family? That's how companies think.
Family.
We look
that
out.
is scary.
We look out for one another. All right. We
get back to work.
All right. So how are we wrapping up this work stuff about COVID?
Yeah. All right. So given the option, the three of you, would you want to keep working from home?
Yes and no.
Yes.
Yes.
I am completely torn on the subject, honestly.
Yeah. Dwayne's a social butterfly. He needs people interaction. He needs to.
I need to not be in front of a screen for
Aren't you in front of the screen at work?
Yeah, but I had that commute. I had to drive in the morning. Like that time away in traffic actually.
Look, Dwayne.
Give it one more month, you'll get used to it. Eyes.
Look, one more month, you get used to it.
Okay, we'll see.
You'll get used to it.
Dwayne's like,
but I do like. Look, I literally like working in sweatpants all the time. That's fantastic. Are you kidding me? Nothing's better than
basketball shorts all day, sweatpants.
Oh my god! I take my break. I walk outside. I can
breathe.
I can listen to rap music.
You give yourself a Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday,
Thursday, Wednesday,
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday weekdays is what we call it. Thursday weekdays.
Wasted weekdays.
Wasted weekends.
Oh, we can't get wasted. No wasted.
I saw Mad Men. I could build a company and be drunk all the time.
So the pros do it.
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
All right. So, since stage 2 COVID has been begun, looks like some companies are starting to be sold. Huh? Maybe some AMC? Huh? Yeah? By a little company by our boy Jeff Bezos. He was owner of Twitch, right? Is that him?
Yeah. By a little AMC stock, since it's low right now.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Go ahead, Swing.
No, you go. It's your topic.
The story is so AMC's been in trouble for a little bit. I guess they've been struggling. They're not going bankrupt, but they're teetering on going bankrupt. So they've been looking for a buyer for a while, and there's rumors that Amazon is interested in buying. There's been no talks or anything, but Amazon's trying to purchase AMC, becoming the first streaming service to also own a theater service.
Damn.
And that's wild to think about.
Because I think that would work for them too, because they would get the money for putting it out there in theaters. And they'd be the first to out there. Stream it. Yeah.
Yep. If you can
Amazon Prime Plus theater. Think about it.
Now they can
Amazon
charge.
Plus. Go ahead.
If you have, let's say we have Amazon Prime, right? We're watching all your shows, and then they're gonna drop a movie coming up at the end of the month. Big movie, blockbuster movie gonna be in theaters. You can pay to watch it at home.
Yep.
You can stream that movie now for an additional fee.
He could be like, look, if you buy Amazon Prime, you get first access to all these new movies coming out, and then
Yep. You get them on
the theaters close.
Or
what if your Amazon Prime gives you access to the theater for free?
That'd be awesome too.
Them. Yeah.
I teeter on the side of greed, but that's awesome.
Oh my god, Jeff Bezos is gonna take over the planet,
and then he's gonna buy Fandango. And then you purchase a ticket through Amazon to watch a movie at an AMC Amazon, and then you go back home and you own that movie now.
Oh my god!
You can get your packages delivered to your seat while in the theater.
I don't know.
Order snacks.
I mean, convenience is great, but I worry about these industries that are gonna maybe go away, and that people won't, there's not gonna be enough. There's less jobs. I guess is really the problem.
A little too autonomous.
Yeah, a little too. Yeah, I mean, you already saw what Amazon did to retail and what it continues to do ruthlessly to retail, and they're not a company. I mean, obviously we're on Twitch, so I mean, we try not to talk shit.
We want the Jeff Bezos money, so
we want it.
If he buys AMC, then we're losing Jeff Bezos money, right?
my favorite thing to think about is that, like, it's like, oh, he's a rich, like, powerful man. There's no way he would ever hear our podcast and hear us talk about him while on his service. But like, he literally has like one phone that would like picks up voice translations to text. And whenever he hears his name, he gets a notification.
He gets an Alexa notification.
And he clicks the link and he starts watching our stream. So let me check to see if he's. See if he's in the chat. Let me check to see if he's in the chat.
He's just an echo.
You just see tread lightly, Slunk. Tread lightly.
The message just pops up in the chat.
Yeah. So, but it's great value for the customer. And I mean, Jesus, what an idea, right? You own the movie after you go watch it. That's crazy. Yeah, or you could pay because what is it? It's like $15 a ticket to go see it in a theater, and then $15 to like buy it, right? More or less. So $30 total. Well, if you pay $20, you can get both, kind of a deal.
Look, you buy if you don't have to go watch it in theater, you can just buy it on Amazon, and then we'll send you a free order of popcorn.
Amazon popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Technically, you still wouldn't even own it. It's just you'd own it through Amazon.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to give you a physical copy. It's just be like, oh, look, you can log into your Amazon account.
Well, how many
and then
things
you can watch it
digitally
there,
now?
As long as you pay for that shit, you can watch it.
Yep.
I buy my movies digitally now.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't even know the last movie I bought a physical copy of.
Yeah, I buy on my... Yeah? What was it?
I don't know.
Well, the last movies I've been watching have been I've been watching Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, that was my last physical purchase. Is the whole Harry Potter set. I have that on fucking Blu-ray. That's the last actual set. I have it in Blu-rays.
Well, it's not my set. It's Carla's set. But is it this one?
It looks very familiar to that.
Yeah.
It looks very familiar. Yeah.
Yeah,
it might be that one actually.
This is the one we've been watching.
I think that's the one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not streaming anywhere. So I'm like, well, I just purchased them. Like, I'm keeping this, so I watch whatever I want.
It'll come back somewhere
eventually.
I mean, there are people who like buying their DVDs and ripping them digitally, so that way they have the convenience of being able to just like scroll through and play it.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's like with audio files, keeping record stores alive. But, man,
like I know that the quality is better, like on a Blu-ray compared to whatever HD 720 you get from streaming it, because you want that instant like, oh, this looks awesome, instead of the, why the fuck does this look like shit? Like,
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, streaming's getting really good too. It's just it's the way of the future. And if Amazon buys like the last physical live performance in mass of streaming of theaters, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because they have the power to bring prices down. That's the scary part.
See, but wasn't it
AMC comes Broadway?
So what, didn't also AMC get all mad about Universal?
Oh
yeah.
We talked about that last week.
Currently not showing Universal. Already hurting with money. They're making it really easy for Sir Bezos.
Yeah, basically Jeff's here like, I'm gonna take over. Universal, come here. We're buddies. Yeah. We got this.
But don't worry. Sign an exclusive deal with Amazon. Take all your stuff off of Netflix and oh my god, stop talking. Okay, next subject.
Don't get my deals, Dwayne. Don't get my deals.
He's listening, remember?
Apex Legends Season 5. Apex Legends released today, the new season, with map updates, a new character called LOBA who is down with the thickness, and lots of server-side issues with the game, with connections and not being able to select your character and not being able to look at the menu properly, and not being able to see how many coins you have, and unable to buy the battle pass, and unable to lock the new character, and the character switching on you as you select it, and probably dying all the time because everyone's visiting these new areas on the map.
Well, thank you for letting me know, because I was going to ask you how was it going, but apparently terrible.
It was a good time. Yeah, I liked it. I was having fun.
Because I haven't played it yet. I was gonna play it later today after the podcast, but I don't know. Maybe we should wait a couple days or what?
Supposedly they fixed it already, but I haven't gotten looked in after we tried to stream it earlier. But so far she looks awesome. Like she has this crazy ability that throws her bracelet and teleports everywhere. Her loot system, her staff is fucking. So this new character, her ultimate, put down a staff. It's an area effect, and everything in that area comes to the staff, and you pick 2 items that are in that area. So you'll get, say there's a gold weapon and a gold shield. It gathers everything up into this staff. You go into the staff, it's like a loot box. Everything just listed out. You're like, all right, I want this thing and I want this thing, and you're done. Two things max.
Wow. It's very efficient looting.
Mm-hmm.
So is that only on the basically like the containers, or does it also include like death boxes around it?
Everything. It's death boxes, containers, care packages, loot on the ground, loot that people dropped. I think it also counts the flyers that are in the air. Also, her passive ability is she's able to look up at loot through the walls. So if you're like traveling through an area and you see a gold shield, there's a gold shield there. You could see it through the wall, and you could see it like just like a gold item there. And you're like, oh, running straight to that thing over there. So I can pick that up.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah, I got to use her about 2 or 3 times before everything went to hell on the servers, and she was pretty fun. Yeah, her bracelet goes pretty far. I didn't farther than I expected.
Yeah.
There is a little like cooldown when she teleports. She has to like put it back on, so you can't shoot immediately. And it's definitely like one of the things you have to get used to. Yeah, like how to throw it strategically, or how to not like throw yourself in an awful situation either.
Off the cliff.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of cliffs, there's a lot of fucking areas that you can fall off now.
Really?
A lot. We played for about an hour, and I think like 6 people fell off the map. It's tricky. Yeah.
So it's not like in World's End where if you fall off, you float back up hurt. You get hurt, but you float back off to the edge. Like, no, you're dead.
No, you get 5,000 damage and your box appears. You're dead. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, good to know.
There was this one time I think I was with Slunk, and I'm hearing him fight all these people. He's like, "Oh shit, this guy just jumped off the side. Oh shit, this guy went too." It was like back to back.
Yeah, like I was blasting them, and they jumped over this wall, which looked like there's something supposed to be on the other side. No, there wasn't. And then his teammate came. I blasted him, and he went over the same wall and then fell off the map. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just the way it is.
Shit happens.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
this map design is evil.
Yeah, but my favorite thing was me explaining to these guys, all right, make sure you pick the character you want to get. I'm picking LOBA, picked her. All right, cool. Sorry, pick Mirage. Remember you want to be Mirage? He's like, oh, okay, cool. We got Mirage. The Slunk got his character. He wanted to be Lifeline. And then out of nowhere, my character on LOBA switched over to like Pathfinder. And I was like, wait, what? Did I select LOBA? Like, they just switched on me. And I was so confused.
Wow.
We clipped it. Yeah, we clipped it.
I was so confused because I was the one trying to tell them, "Oh, pick your character, pick your character." and I don't know,
being organized to be like, "Look, do this," and then you got fucked.
That was one of the roughest updates for any game I've ever seen. Like the launch, because they're all bad, but they're usually server issues, like people getting kicked, lag, not being able to join teams. Yeah. This was like the game was just fucking broken.
Day one was
shit and.
Oh, it's probably one of the worst day ones of Apex I've seen.
Yeah,
from Apex, yes. From other games, no. But from
probably
Apex,
they're testing.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it was. I don't know if it was half-assed testing, but it was like they found a lot of things. I think all of this happened because some people got on at the same time. And it was fucking up their server and fucking up the game. Like they couldn't know that this was gonna happen.
It was stress test. They didn't stress test well enough.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Sounds like it.
No stress.
Yeah, they were getting like there's definitely like calls to server in the UI that like maybe don't make sense, but yeah, that was just fucking ruining everything. Yeah, it was rough. It was really bad.
Unfortunate.
It was pretty bad. Yeah,
hopefully it gets
so
better.
we wasted like an hour. Well,
Hopefully it gets
we'll
better.
see
I had a
after
good time.
this because
It better get better than
for me, I was like, because Serge was having some trouble connecting to just PS4 in general, and
yeah,
I was just going over all the patch notes while we were trying to get Serge. I was like, look at everything. All right, cool. No more Peacekeeper. They vaulted that.
Nah. Oh, actually, I hate Peacekeeper, so we're good.
But now the Mastiff is another shotgun. That's just found on the map.
Okay.
Peacekeeper, is that a special weapon slug? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I didn't read the notes, to be honest.
They brought back the Skull Piercer for
Yay!
man.
Slug's favorite.
They gave like super buffs to Mirage, so now Mirage can, when he throws his decoy, he could push it again, and he could like start controlling what it does. So say it's running, and then you jump, it jumps. You go right, it goes right. You go left, it goes left. So, and now if you guys remember the dance party when all the dummies were happening, and it would control everything as they're running away. So they would all like be jumping and going left and right and all together. So that would happen as well. But now Serge was saying that he doesn't go invisible anymore. So he's just blending into all these different ones. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
You don't know which one's the real one.
Yeah. So knowing Percy, he's just gonna fucking spitfire, just mow them all down. Like
all of them.
One of you is real, and then die trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, that Mirage, those two Mirage changes were like old. Like they got to do it this way, and then they finally did it. Like you got to be able to control them. You got to be able to. Because people got better at recognizing mirages, you know.
Yeah.
So they were getting less bamboozled, so they had to improve it. But
one that I heard that people are complaining, but I think it's good, is that Pathfinder's grapple, instead of being 15 seconds, now it's 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah,
35.
They can't just fucking Spider-Man now. Away.
Spider-Man in, Spider-Man out.
Yeah. But Pathfinder mains don't agree with you, Percy, so that's a problem. But
yeah, one of my favorite things I brought up on the stream as well is that on the Apex subreddit, they put that thing of like how the cooldown went from 15 to 35, and all the Pathfinder mains are doing the coffin dance meme. What a terrible great game. I love that thing.
Well, we'll play after this, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, we're gonna be playing it on Thursday most likely. So, if you guys want to see us wreck house, you can come watch us on Thursday, 8 p.m.
And with that is the end of our podcast as I'm stretching in my chair. In case you forgot, this is the Game Belligerent podcast where every week friends get together to argue about everything and everyone. We are live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific right here on Twitch. We release the podcast every Wednesday morning on GameBelligerent.com and wherever podcasts are available. Slug!
Where are podcasts available? They're available on iTunes. You can look us up on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and Pocket Cast. Just look up Getting Belligerent, you'll find us.
And
add us.
And we also
don't just look us up. Just look us up and then add us.
Yeah,
do the whole process. Don't fuck with
us. Be the homie.
And we also post to YouTube, so you can view this whenever you want. If anybody thinks that we're wrong and wants to fight us on the internet, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks for listening, and have an awesome week. Love you.
Woo!
Peace.
Bye.